They have no mouths. Wide eyes stare from stone walls. Unblinking, timeless, watching over cliffs and caves that have stood for tens of thousands of years. They are painted in white, outlined in red and black, crowned with halos of rain and lightning. They are not forgotten gods. They are not dead spirits. They are still here. Tonight, we enter one of the oldest living mythologies on Earth, the world of the Wandjina. Welcome back, witches and wanderers, to the Morbid Witch Podcast. I'm your host, Kari, and tonight's episode is different in tone, but no less powerful. Episode 41 takes us to the Kimberley region of Western Australia, into sandstone escarpments and rock shelters that hold stories older than written language. We are speaking of the Wandjina, cloud and rain spirits, creators, lawgivers, and watchers. Known primarily through ancient rock art and living Aboriginal oral tradition. This is not mythology in the past tense. This is mythology that never ended. To understand the Wandjina, we must first discard a common misconception. Australian Aboriginal cultures are not relics. They are not extinct belief systems. They are the oldest, continuous cultures on Earth, with traditions passed down for over 60,000 years. The Wandjina belong to the living cosmology of several Aboriginal groups, particularly the Rorora, Ingarian, and Wanambo peoples. These stories are still told. These beings are still respected. The Wandjina are ancestral spirit beings associated with clouds, rain, storms, fertility, life-giving water, and natural law. They emerged during the dreaming, the foundational era when ancestral beings shaped the land, created life, and established moral order. The Wandjina did not leave. They entered the land itself. Wandjina is a generalized term used in English. Different groups use different names, including Wandjina Wungur, often linked with the rainbow serpent, Ungud or Wunjur in some traditions, and localized spirit names tied to specific sites. These are not interchangeable casually. Each name carries regional, cultural, and ceremonial meaning. The Wandjina are not a single god. They are a class of beings. The most famous representations of the Wandjina are found in rock art across the Kimberley. These paintings are striking and unsettling. Common features include large round heads, oversized black eyes, no mouth, white faces, red and black detailing, and headdresses or halos. The lack of a mouth is especially significant. According to tradition, the Wandjina were so powerful that if they opened their mouths, rain would never stop. Flood would consume the land, so their mouths were closed, sealed, as an act of restraint. This is not silence, it is controlled power. The Wandjina do not need to speak loudly. Their presence is enough. The halos often painted around Wandjina heads are not decorative. They represent storm clouds, lightning, and rain systems. These beings are weather-made conscious. When the rain comes, the Wandjina are active. When drought arrives, it may be because they are displeased or resting. One of the most important aspects of Wandjina rock art is this. The paintings are repainted, maintained by custodians according to tradition. This is not restoration in the Western sense. It is renewal. If the images fade completely, the Wandjina's power fades with them, and rain may cease. Art, belief, and survival are inseparable. The Wandjina are not just weather spirits, they are lawgivers. They established moral rules, social behavior, kinship laws, and consequences for transgression. Breaking sacred law could result in illness, misfortune, or environmental imbalance. Punishment was not always immediate. It was inevitable. In many traditions, the Wandjina are closely associated with Wungwa, often identified as the rainbow serpent. Wungur is movement. Wandjina are form. Together, they represent the water's flow and the water's presence, chaos and order, creation and maintenance. They are not opposites. They are interdependent. When Europeans first encountered Wandjina rock art, they were deeply unsettled. Some claim the figures look alien. Others dismissed them as primitive. Sacred sites were damaged. Images were copied without permission. Meanings were stripped from context. To this day, many Aboriginal communities ask that Wandjina imagery not be reproduced casually. These are not decorations, they are beings. Are the Wandjina still here? According to tradition, yes. The Wandjina did not ascend. They did not die. They returned to the land, the water, the stone. Storms are their movement. Rain is their breath. They are not waiting for belief. They exist regardless of it. Why do the Wandjina unsettle us? They stare. They do not speak. They predate civilization. They challenge the idea that humanity is central. And the Wandjina reminds us that land remembers, and that we are visitors, not owners. The Wandjina are not myths to be solved. They are relationships to be respected. They live in paint and stone, in rain and cloud, and stories told quietly so the land keeps breathing. They are not watching us out of curiosity. They are watching to see if balance holds. Thank you for listening to the Morbid Witch Podcast. If tonight's episode lingered with you, let it. Some stories are meant to settle slowly, like rain soaking into ancient ground. Follow the podcast wherever you listen, and share it with those who understand that not all shadows are dark. Some are cast by clouds. Until next time, stay strange, stay spooky, and remember, the shadows are always watching.